Have you ever felt like a guest in your own life, even when you built it yourself? Before you witness this quiet business owner unleash a storm of legal warfare on her own family, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. The battle for this multi-million-dollar empire is about to begin. The first sign of the invasion wasn't a warning, it was a victory lap. I was in my office, a quiet sanctuary of spreadsheets and blueprints, when my phone exploded. My family group chat, a digital graveyard I'd long since muted, was alive with photos. Photos of them. In my building. My mother, arms stretched wide in the penthouse I was currently leasing out. My brother, Ryan, measuring the walls of the third floor, the very floor I was finding tenants for. My sister, Erin's children racing through the halls. The final image was a gut punch. My mother, raising a champagne glass in a triumphant toast. The caption, "We've divided the property fairly. Ryan gets the third floor for his studio. Erin gets the second for the kids. We'll take the penthouse. Julia can keep her little ground floor office. She's there all the time anyway." My building. My $2.3 million investment. My life's work carved up and distributed like slices of cake at a party I wasn't invited to. My hands trembled. "They can't be serious," I whispered. Then I called my property manager. "How did they get in?" "Your mother," he stammered, his voice laced with the panic of a man who knows he's made a catastrophic mistake. "She showed me some old LLC paperwork. She said she was a co-founder and had authorization." The memory hit me like a physical blow. A $15,000 co-sign loan from 8 years ago, a loan that I had repaid with interest within 18 months, with notarized documentation removing her from all accounts. That obsolete piece of paper was her key. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was a calculated, hostile takeover. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. The quiet, accommodating daughter they knew was gone. In her place was the CEO of Harborline Development, and I was about to remind them who owned the company. My first call was to my attorney. "I need you at 510 West Alder now. My family is attempting a constructive possession of my building." My second was to building security. "There are unauthorized people claiming ownership. Lock the building down. No one leaves until I arrive." The 10-minute drive was an eternity. I walked into the lobby to a surreal scene. A banner stretched across the entrance. "Warren Family Planning Dinner." Aunts, uncles, cousins, sipping champagne, their faces alight with entitlement. "There you are," my mother chirped. "Come join the celebration." "What is this?" I asked. My voice as cold and hard as the marble under my feet. "We're planning the family's future, dear," she said, her smile never faltering. "Everyone gets a piece of the Warren legacy." "You mean my building?" I shot back. "The one I bought with my own money?" "Don't be ridiculous, honey. I co-founded Harborline. It's as much mine as yours." The elevator dinged. My lawyer, Michael, stepped out, a leather portfolio tucked under his arm. The cavalry had arrived. "This celebration is over," I announced, my voice ringing through the lobby. "This building belongs to Harborline Development, which is solely owned by me." Michael stepped forward. "I have here the current corporate filings and the property deed. What you're attempting, Mrs. Warren, could be construed as constructive possession. It's not just inappropriate, it's actionable." The security team filled the doorway. The champagne glasses lowered, my mother's face contorted. "You're choosing money over family?" "No, Mom," I said, meeting her gaze. "I'm choosing ownership." As they were escorted out, a parade of stunned and humiliated relatives, my mother paused at the door. "This isn't over, Julia." I stood in the silent, empty lobby, the pathetic banner drooping in the corner. She was right. This wasn't the end. This was just the opening salvo. The lines have been drawn. The battlefield is a multi-million-dollar property. If you believe in the power of fighting back with undeniable proof, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what should Julia's next move be? They didn't just want the building, they wanted my entire company. The next morning, I learned that they had contacted my other properties, claiming ownership, questioning leases. They had timed their attack to coincide with a massive refinancing deal, hoping an ownership dispute would derail everything. But they underestimated me. They mistook my quiet focus for weakness. They had no idea that for every move they made, I had a countermove, documented in triplicate. Their next attack was a coordinated smear campaign on social media. My mother's tearful post about being cut out of the company we built together went viral in local business circles. Ryan posted edited videos of their planning session, painting me as the villain. My investors started calling, tenants got nervous. My reputation, built over a decade of meticulous work, was under siege. I didn't panic. I pivoted from defense to offense. My legal team sent out a barrage of defamation and cease and desist notices. I launched a transparency campaign of my own, releasing a digital dossier of notarized documents, bank statements proving the loan repayment, and the official state filings that removed my mother from the company 8 years ago. Facts, not feelings. Documentation, not drama. The social media posts vanished. The business blog that had smeared me issued a retraction. The narrative they had tried to control collapsed under the weight of irrefutable truth. But they weren't done. They filed a lawsuit, claiming implied partnership in the entirety of Harborline development. They were after everything. Their lawyer, a shark named Richard Hanley, even got a judge to issue a temporary hold on my primary operating account. The dominoes started to fall. Vendors paused contracts. Lenders got spooked. They weren't trying to win in court. They were trying to bleed me dry, to force me to settle, counting on me to fold under the pressure. That was their fatal miscalculation. While they were plotting, my own secret weapon, my cousin Claire, who was horrified by their scheme, was feeding me intel. She sent me notes from a family call where my mother explicitly said, "We just need to pressure her. She'll settle before trial rather than risk her reputation." It was a confession. Evidence of malicious prosecution and deliberate coercion. We presented it all to the judge, the financial forensics proving my sole ownership, the timeline of their harassment, and the proof that this entire lawsuit was a calculated shakedown. The judge's decision was swift and brutal. The case was dismissed with prejudice. He granted a civil injunction, barring them from making any further false claims, and he ordered them to pay my entire legal bill. I walked out of that courthouse into a frenzy of reporters. I didn't smile. I didn't gloat. I just stood tall. My family had tried to try me in the court of public opinion with lies and sentiment. I had defeated them in a court of law with facts and documentation. The fallout for them was catastrophic. The IRS launched an audit into my mother's finances. Ryan's failing art career collapsed completely. Their social standing evaporated. My mother tried to send one last letter. I locked it in my office safe unopened. Some explanations come too late. 6 months later, Harborline development is stronger than Harborline. The building that started it all is now our headquarters. In the lobby, a bronze plaque reads, "Boundaries build empires." I launched a new foundation, the Harborline Women in Property Fund, to mentor and fund other women entering the industry. I didn't just win a war, I built a new world from the ashes of the old one. My family tried to take what I had built. They failed. And in doing so, they showed me exactly what I was capable of. They say the best revenge is massive success. What do you think? Is true victory found in the courtroom or in the empire you build afterward? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story of strategic triumph inspired you, subscribe for more content that proves documentation always beats drama.